The Justice Department is suing New York State over alleged Medicaid fraud. Let's bring in New York Congresswoman Claudia Tenney. Claudia, you've been telling us about this for months, that this was coming. Is it finally here? I mean, is the Justice Department serious, and are they targeting the right people?
Well, yes, of course, with obviously targeting the Medicaid director and everyone who's been involved with so many of these schemes that have been going on in New York for a long time, and no one's done anything about it. I think this could be really groundbreaking, and I think it's just the beginning. It's the tip of the iceberg, because we know that the fraud, abuse, and waste in New York is just absolutely enormous. And it's so big and outsized compared to every other state. Even California has a lower per capita rate. So the Medicaid fraud is because they want to continue they ignore any kind of oversight. They ignore the ability to fix it because New York wants to continue to get that matching fund from the federal government, which doesn't give them any incentive to actually do anything about it, which is why when Dr. Oz, the administrator, sent this, he said, if you don't do something about being accountable to the taxpayers, we're going to hold up your federal funding, because you know what this does? It hurts the people who are truly needy, who are supposed to be getting these benefits and getting these tax dollars. And it also forces them to be better stewards of our government. You know, I had a bill for a long time in the state assembly, and we actually tried to attach it to the first Trump tax cuts. And that was a bill that would take that Medicaid share and put it back on the state instead of forcing this unfunded mandate on the local governments who can't afford it, which is why our property taxes are so high, especially in upstate New York. Our local and town taxes are high because it was all coming on the property tax. So now, forcing New York to be accountable, we're going to say, look, you're not going to get your money from the federal taxpayers unless you clean up your act.
Well, talking
about
talking about accountability, the who or what in this particular lawsuit is an organization called Public Partnerships. And why are they running the state's personal assistance program? I mean, do they have some connections with the governor, or what's their role in all this?
Well, we're going to find that out, but it's a little suspicious that we have a lot of these private contractors that are being hired by the state to do their work. And who are they? Who are they connected to? Are they connected to a politician? Are they connected to an appointee? Are they connected to someone who's benefiting through the back door? Look, New York is famous for this. I mean, I remember there were at one point when the media in New York was actually doing its job, and I'm talking about the Albany Times Union and the liberal press in New York City. You know, they used to track dollars and say, oh, here's millions of dollars going to this organization. And they'd go down and they'd open up a broom closet, and there was nothing but a broom and some dust and, a desk that was never used, because they were wasting taxpayer money and propping up people who were connected to the government in one way or another. And so in many cases, they were actually elected officials.
Well, I got to give plaudits to a cousin of ours here at Fox. The New York Post does yeoman's work in trying to keep this administration, the Hochul administration, honest. And they were very big in breaking open this case. Remember, during the pandemic, there was this one contributor to the Hochul campaign who got a non-bid contract for all these testing kiosks during the end of the pandemic. And a lot of the tests that they had were overpriced, and some people were wondering how much money they were actually pocketing. I mean, there have been cases in the past when it's been tied directly to Governor Hochul, no?
Oh, absolutely. There's a number of those. And I think that's what everybody's worried about, is this is going to get closer to her. I mean, thank goodness for the New York Post. They've been really the one newspaper, the one outlet that's actually doing its job to hold government officials accountable. Imagine if we still had the old Fred Dicker there, who was up in Albany.
Oh, I love Fred.
He really put the heat on both parties, by the way. He made sure that we held the politicians to account for the taxpayers. And we have a whole host of fabulous people at the Post. They're doing that kind of work. But look, we're in a terrible trajectory in New York. As you see this ridiculous budget, you see, the spending, the taxes going up, people leaving. And New York City and so many of the Democrats electing not just progressives, they're electing these democratic socialists. They're electing these people.
They're not democratic socialists, Claudia. They're Marxists. They've been electing Marxists, who believe in seizing property. We got to leave it at that. I wish we had more time, but congratulations to you for pushing this issue so strongly for the past several months. You really got Washington to listen, and I think you've had an impact. Claudia Tenney, Congresswoman from New York, thank you so much.